Hello everyone, this is Randy here again. Another episode of Farming Simulator 15. And we are playing on the MIG map, made in Germany. I am not entirely sure what this white line's about. Don't recall seeing that before. Not a courseplay course. Must be something to do with vehicles. Push some buttons here. Nope, apparently not. Okay. I will have to figure out what that white line. I don't recall seeing that before. Interesting. Anyway, gotta figure out where I'm gonna put. What do we got here? Barley. Here, we're going to empty this here a minute. I know I've seen the place for it. Now I got to find it back. Got our plow in there. Guess we could outright sell it too, probably. Yeah, so many little buildings around here. This, I believe, probably either pigs or beef. Number 1. Doesn't actually say what it is, though. Suppose if I look it up somewhere, maybe it would. Oh, by the way, over here, I believe this is supposed to be an example of all the plants that are available on this map and their various growth stages. Kind of cool. Not entirely sure what that is. And we got something else there and something else here. This is probably alfalfa or yeah, probably alfalfa here, I would say. That's clover. And those are weeds. Possibly sugar beets and potatoes, I'm going to say. Looks like they must have changed the texture then, though. Probably what those are. Different types of swaths. That's got to be clover there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the point of this area is here, but it kind of just shows you different types. It's kind of cool. You know, see the different growth stages all lined up like that. Something you probably wouldn't normally see too quick. I guess if you did it just right, maybe you would, but... Anyway, what I figured we'd do this episode... Let's grab our John Deere here. Oh, which one shall we take? Let's try this one. This is one I don't recall having used in 2013, so hopefully it's got enough power here to pull the, called a chisel plow, but it's actually more of a cultivator, so kind of a technicality there, I guess you could say. And we'll head back from whence we came. Yeah, we did get a couple comments on last episode, and last episode was a Bjornholm episode, I should say. I'm just, you know, reading them in order of the episodes, not necessarily what the actual episode was, by the way, so... I believe this is where we turn. Yeah, got to get used to a new map here where everything is. I did put the AutoTractor and AutoCombine in, by the way, so now I do have those. That should be helpful on this map for the smaller, odd-shaped fields. Now, do We might want to pick up that straw first. Let me think about that. We do have... Yes, I do have a few cows. 14 of them to be precise. Straw. They got 268 straw. Okay, kind of a weird number. 3 sheep, 4 chickens. Interesting. Oh, water. They got they need water on this map. Okay, good to know. We should probably pick that straw up then. And this episode, or this map, I should say, in Season, it's more about checking out mods than actually advancing necessarily. I know someone said I should probably start a little bit smaller. It's not really the point of this series. Oh, which one shall we get? We get the small one too, I guess. How much horsepower does this tractor have? 6170, probably 170. Just, I guess. $170 horsepower, yes. This one's got 145. That might be a little light on the horses to pull that cultivator, but hopefully it'll do it. That takes 180. I guess we better get the small one then. We don't have that many cows, so it shouldn't matter. And there it is right there. Nice thing about the store being actually right on your map there like that. So yeah, for the most part, all the mods we're seeing at the moment pretty much are converts of 2013. Off the top of my head, I don't recall seeing anything that's really new. Mostly just converted from 2013. Ooh, a little sliding around that turn there. And I happen to notice something here. Yeah, you can see that piece turning inside the axle there. That looks kind of funny. Whoa, hang on, we're sliding again. I'm not sure quite what's up with that. Something don't look right there. Let me put it that way. Okay. I think one load of straw should be enough for the cows. Don't plan on getting too heavy into them here. Let's get enough to have them fed. The comments came on was saying, "Hi Randy, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too." What is it? A week and a half away now, I believe. So we're definitely getting pretty close to Christmas. Too far to go. Morton was saying, "I found with Courseplay that if you use a truck or tractor with a bad turn radius, it might often park in the way if you're using mode 2 or 3. So that's, yeah, the combi mode and overloader mode for the combine. We are full already. Wow, that did not take long. Now, cows. Back at the main farm. Okay. I think I know where that is. As I recall, their last episode of Bauer Home Map, our truck parked like right in the crops, in the way. And that's probably why it did it. That truck, the Peterbilt that is, does not have the greatest of turn radiuses, especially if you're going somewhat quick. And it's like really bad. Ian Robinson was saying he ran into the same problem with the truck. He found a trailer that seems to work a bit better, though, he said. That made a link to it, so hopefully we'll probably switch out trailers and use that one instead. guys recall, that trailer is like really close to the cab of the truck there. Looks kind of silly. I know Ian Robinson, he found that out on his episode as well. I think he's using the same truck. I'm not sure if he's still using the same truck, but he did have it. And he found out the same thing. Okay. Assume the straw goes in here somewheres. Now we're not even getting a message that it's not accepted. Okay. On this side, is there? I don't think so. It might have to go out by that straw that's actually laying there. That would kind of sort of make sense. Not exactly sure how I'd get in there, though. That there's the manure heap. Oh, probably right through here. And there's a couple of our cows. That is, looks like some silage in there. Okay, let's see if we can get in this bit here with the tractor. Probably that's where the straw goes. Just a guess. Dimitri was saying to get a grain cart. And that would be on the Bauer Hansen series. By grain cart, well, that's interesting. Straw is not accepted here. I wonder what is. Where would go there then? That's kind of a weird spot to dump something. Nope, does not appear to be accepting straw here either. Could be that trough there. Straw is not accepted there. Okay. What else do we got left for straw possibilities here? Pretty sure that other one looked like it was water. It's always fun trying to find the triggers on this map for, you know, anything. Any new map, trying to find triggers for what needs to go where. Yeah, I think that's water there. Unless they expect me to back this trailer all the way up in there for the straw, maybe. And that does not sound like any fun. I'm curious why I'm getting the straws not accepted here. What would, well, I can back right through the fence. Okay. Just double check this one. Like I said, looks like this one's water. Nope, straw is not accepted there either. Okay, where would we bring straw then? This is the cow area. Seeing nothing out that way. Can we drive through this? Can. No, not quite. Cow's looking at us like, what in the world are them crazy tractor drivers doing? Let's get a tank there, that's probably milk. Liquid manure there, I'm guessing. Well, I'm not sure where you put straw then. That's kind of weird. Seems like something should go in these troughs here, but well, I think that probably more makes rations there. I would think would go there, but yeah, that does not accept straw. These areas do not seem to accept straw, although there is straw laying here. Possibly this is where straw needs to go. I just haven't found the trigger for it. That's very well possible. That's where if I would have the developer mode on, it would probably help. You can turn developer mode on, then you can actually see where triggers are. Basically, triggers are just invisible bounding boxes. You know, mark where stuff can be dumped. Okay, well, let's go do some cultivating then. Actually, we'll just leave that attached, I guess. And yeah, GPS mod probably not going to work too well in this situation. Don't think this is straight. Ah, maybe it is straight. Unless the GPS mod might be able to do multiple directions now. I know I've mentioned this before. GPS mod, at least on the Bjornholm map, Westbridge Hills, it does it in 45-degree angles. So you can do 0, 45, and 90. Map like this, we might be able to do more than just those three. Try it here. Angle a little bit. Yeah, I can see it's doing a lot more angles there. It does make it interesting if you're trying to do a straight line. Edges of the fields here definitely aren't very straight either. Let's see what else do we have for comments. Which I think that is all the comments on the other episode at the moment. A couple other comments. JGB is asking for a Hagenstead series. That probably will not happen. I don't really have an interest in playing on that map. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with it, but I played quite a bit on it in 2013, so... And Spotter Sky says, "Hi, hey RDAllen, great video as always. Thank you for that." Says he likes how I switch between camera angles outside and inside the cab. Yeah, I try to mix it up a little bit. I know my general preference is I like to work in the cab. But, you know, sometimes take an outside shot. See exactly what's happening, because I know you guys can't see, you know, there's a cultivator back here that's going. See, there's kind of some weeds along the edge of the field. They're kind of hiding the edge of the field. I have to say I do like this map. A very, I should say, a lot of detail put into this map. You know, you got 120 fields. That's a lot of fields. And they're not just square fields either. It's all different shapes and sizes, and just really seems like a lot of thought and work put into a map of like this. Be curious to know how many hours someone actually spent making this. It seems like it'd be an awful lot. Check out field 88 down there. That's a big looking field from the looks of it. I'm not sure if this is a standard size map or not, or if it's a large map. Just looking at it, it's got the feel of a larger map than your standard size map, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I did not get the drive control mod working yet, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Someone did comment here, I think that was the previous MIG episode, that they were using drive control with this map and no problems, except they did not put all the mods that the map came with in. So it's probably one of those mods that's conflicting. Interestingly enough, I went back and looked, and all the mods that came with the map, the drive control mod actually comes with the maps, so Makes me wonder if maybe I have something else that's conflicting with it besides the map and mods. But the thing is, it doesn't conflict, or wasn't conflicting before I put the MIG map in. So could be possibly another mod that's conflicting. So very well possible. Interesting. This thing is kind of jumping around a little bit. You kind of, expect that in real life, but probably not to the extent that it is jumping around, I don't think. Okay, and for your folks that have never used AutoTractor, basically AutoTractor allows you to follow, or allows a hired worker to make, oh, quite how to put it, makes a little more sense, I guess you could say. On a field like this, a hired worker only goes in straight lines, but the benefit of AutoTractor is he can actually follow like curves and angles. I think we'll do here, we'll go around the field one more time, and then maybe we'll give this a try. But you got two modes here. In auto mode, this is AutoTractor mode. Now you put it back to normal, and that will be a normal hired worker. He's going to go straight up and down the field, now just like a normal hired worker would. Switch it back to auto. He's going to either go up and down the field, or you can switch him to go around and around the field mode. Get rid of horseplay here a minute. Go. And auto steer, I'm not entirely sure what auto steer does. I've never really found out about that feature. Next turn stage. Headland. Yeah, I don't think you can use the headland feature unless you're going up and down the field feature. Then you can do the headland. Or just leave that off. We don't really need that for the moment. But that's only available if you're going up and down the field. If you're going around and around the field, then you cannot do a headland. Which, kind of makes sense. You're going around the field making a headland, so... collision check. I never really had a whole lot of success with that. And I don't think it'd matter on this map. Most of the trees and stuff I think are non-collidable, so I don't believe there would be any benefit, I don't think, anyway, to having it on, at least on this field anyway. And then we do have a turn mode button here. So this is going to be the type of turn he does when he gets to the end of the field. And there's, I think, is this the one? Yeah, so he does that kind of turn. He can do that kind of turn, or he can do that kind of turn. I believe, I don't know. Yeah, there's different options here if you go into this mode. So depending on what mode you're working in, there's different turn options. The blue lines and green lines you see on the back of the cultivator here, that's indicating the width of it. Very important, you want to see those actually show the correct width, otherwise you're going to have troubles. Oh, let's see, what else features? Oh, we got the active side. So this means when he gets to the end here, since we're going up and down the field, he's going to turn, it says left, but he's going to turn right. And if you put it this way, he'd turn left, which obviously we don't want. This bit over here is already cultivated. Turn angle, don't think we need to modify that. This widths, offsets, all that good stuff. I've never used any of this stuff. And working mode, normal. Reverse, yes, we want normal. Reverse mode, that'd be if you have an implement on the back that you actually want to go in reverse. Off the top of my head, can't think of a use for that at the moment. But let's hit the power button here. Alternately, you can also hit the H button, higher. That will hire AutoTractor worker as well. And you can see here, he's going to actually follow the edge of the cultivator along where I've cultivated. So, for example, up here where I've kind of gone a little bit of a curve, he should follow that curve. Normal hired worker, of course, would not do that. He'd just go in a straight line, possibly miss bits and pieces, probably overlap a little bit more than he should, maybe in spots, that type of thing. And AutoTractor, I've kind of had mixed results in the past. Sometimes it works really good, sometimes it works so-so. Kind of depends on the map, the implement you're using, the tractor you're using. Those all make a big difference on how well it's going to work. But for the most part, I've always been fairly happy with it. Yeah, like a regular hired worker, it does some stupid stuff sometimes. It's my first time using it in 2015 here, so let's see what's if it's gotten any smarter. So yeah, if you look at the drawing down here, this is the kind of turn he's doing. That's kind of supposed to represent that. So he kind of goes forward, does a turn, backs up, and turns into where he's going. And as you can see, you know, he doesn't miss anything back there. Possibility a regular hired worker would. So I'll let him go with that, and let's... I don't want this guy. Let's grab... we'll grab the Lamborghini, sure. We got the big planter here. Decided to start out with a big one. I was debating whether to start out with the Vaderstad here or the big one. There's really nothing else in between the Vaderstad and the horse here, so... I mean, you do have potato and corn. Might actually be a little bit better to have this planter on this map. This one might be a little big, I'm not sure. It's actually not that big, though. It's only 9 meters, so... Compared to, like, Farming Sim 2013 that had the Amazon Condor, I think that was 15 meters, I think. This one actually isn't that big, so... This one here is probably a good example of something that probably wouldn't work well with course play. Hard to say, it might work okay, but I doubt it. Just because of the way it turns in the back there, that might cause problems. Now, I think, seed and fertilizer around here, yes, there they are. Now, am I going to be able to get close enough for that to actually fill up? Yes, we are. Excellent. Oh, that's kind of cool. I see in here, there's actually a little map in here. Get in here. That's kind of cool. You are here. Okay. 18. Wood. Forest. I'm not sure what that last word is, but okay. Unfortunately, it's not really in English, so I can't read what most of the stuff is. BGA 14. 14 is... Where's 14? Oh, okay, kind of down in that be the north. More like the southwest corner, I guess. Not real corner-ish, but down there. Farm 1, Farm 2, Farm 3, Farm 4, Farm 5. Where's Farm 5? Oh, Farm 5's way out there. Okay. Oh, I see our unloading spot. Okay, probably good to know it's over that way. Just double check that a minute, see if we can offload. Might have to dump this in a trailer. Not sure if we can unload this directly into whatever type of unloading spot we have on this map. Oh, apparently we can drive through all that stuff there. That's good, I guess. That would be the chicken farm. I haven't been to all these farms yet myself, so... Oh, let's put the pipe out. Usually you can empty directly into these. You don't actually have to get a trailer. Let's see what's here. Pipe is out. Yeah, I'm not seeing an option to empty. Those appear to be the silo types there. Now in 2013, this was a multi-fruit map, so I'm guessing all this area here probably held different fruit types. I don't think this is really a multi-fruit map anymore. Let me see where we can look at that here. Fattening installation page 2. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it. Actually, the new update now, I really like this feature. It actually leaves you off on your PDA, or this screen, whatever you want to call it, where you were last time, so that's really nice. We got Klee and Luzerin. No idea what those two are. That's probably the alfalfa and the clover, if I had to guess. Of which it doesn't look like there's anything of that planted. Some potatoes and sugar beets planted, I see. At least I'm pretty sure that's what those colors are. As you can see, very colorful map with all that stuff. Okay, let's see what's here. Which one's which? That's probably wheat or barley of some sorts. I have no idea what that is. I'm guessing corn. Yeah, that'd be corn. Canola. Looks a lot smaller than it does in the normal game textures, I think. I'm guessing the back one here is barley. Let's just see if we can empty this into there. Save me the time of having to get a truck and trailer of some sorts over here. I think the answer is no. Okay, so much for that. I'm going to have to get a truck and trailer over here. This, by the way, is the same truck I'm using in my Bauer Home series, the Peterbilt 378. This is the truck we were talking about there at the beginning. Doesn't have the greatest of turning radiuses. As you can see, though, this trailer does appear to fit on this one a little bit better. It does have that bit that sticks out there, but doesn't look quite as close as the other one did. Oh, just fills automatically. Okay. It's kind of cool how that pours out of there. Oh, they actually got that animated up there too. Nice. Nice if it was a little bit higher detail maybe, but there we go. There's the dump spot. Possibly we weren't just over it just right too with the auger wagon there. That is very well possible. More than likely just going to guess that it probably couldn't empty straight into here. Like I say, sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. Anyway, folks, so that I think we better call it an episode there. We'll probably come back next episode, do some planting, and not sure what else, but we'll do something else. So yeah, if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.